Kia ora, I'm David Chester with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news central banks are not yet done raising rates to quell inflation. But first up today, we can report a satisfactory dairy auction. Prices rose 3.2% in US dollar terms at this morning's event on an overall basis, with a 3.8% rise for the dominant whole milk powder product. Butter rose 6.6% and cheddar cheese was up 2.3%. Skim milk powder prices, however, dragged. In New Zealand dollars terms, the gain was magnified by the lower exchange rate, up a full 5%. This will be a relief because it comes after 4 poor or weak results and is in fact the best result since early September 2022. In the US, the slow but steady slide in retail sales gains continues, with same-store sales up only 4.3% last week from a year ago and probably not keeping up with inflation. In the American December trade deficit in both goods and services came in about what was expected, which was slightly worse than the December result. Still, these deficits are still quite small in relation to the size of their economy, even if they are at record nominal levels and make headlines. The US Fed boss was out amongst a set of officials commenting on the strong US jobs report, essentially saying they have more work to do to rein in inflation, even if the disinflation process has started. Average cash earnings in Japan jumped 4.8% in December from a year ago, rising at its fastest pace since January 1997 and increasing for a 12th straight month. And yesterday, the Reserve Bank of Australia lifted its cash rate another 25 basis points to 3.35% and said it sees more rate hikes ahead. They said the path to achieving a soft landing for the Aussie economy remains narrow. Most observers are now planning for a 4% cash rate in Australia by mid-year and they weren't prepared for such a hawkish RBA stance. And the US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.62% and down 3 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will open today at $1,876 an ounce, and that's up $9 from this time yesterday. And oil prices start today up $3 at $77 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price just over $83 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar has recovered somewhat, now at 63.2 US cents and up almost 0.5 cent from this time yesterday. Against the Australian dollar, however, we're lower at 91.1 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're firmer at 58.9 euro cents. And that all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 70.5 and unchanged from yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.